Come on, little legs of tenderness. Come on, little legs of tenderness. Come on, baby, ride me now. Come on, bitch. Yeah. Anyways, speaking of taking it tender, I don't even know where to say. I don't even have anything to talk about today, but I just every time I go on Facebook and the first thing I see usually is the on this day, like 5 years ago, you posted this, and I go through a lot of the stuff, and it makes me wonder why we exist as a human race. It really does make me ponder these questions because, now, again, you gotta understand where I'm coming from. I'm not some libtard who, whatever. I don't care about all that. What I do care about is the hypocrisy, especially from my church people, who say one thing, and I've made every clip I've made about this topic is basically every clip I've made. With the exception of stupid shit, or like the daily updates and shit. Other than, some basic stupid ass clips like I did the country music one, other than that stuff, like every clip I make is about this particular topic because it keeps coming up. It's a reoccurring kick in the balls, and I don't quite understand it. Excuse me. Because again, I'm gonna state this as a fact. Either I'm completely fucked up, or everybody else is fucked up. And again, I can deal with the fact that I'm wrong because it would make more sense. Because I see things a certain way, yet everybody in church sees things a different way. And I could deal with, okay, the collective is right, but I am wrong. I can deal with that fact. I could live with that fact. I could acknowledge that fact and be content with the idea that, okay, I'm wrong and I need to figure it out. Because the collective has to be right. Excuse me, if I could speak proper. The collective has to be right. Although, if you know anything about the Bible, that's not how any of that works, but, whatever. Now, I'm not saying I got some inside track to God or God spoke to me. This. Now, a lot of people you need to understand. But yeah, okay, there are those certain Christians in church where God really, literally did vocally speak to them. Okay, they're fucked in the head anyway. But the concept of God speaking, quote unquote, is more along the lines of, like, oh, I had a good idea, I think it was from God, kind of a deal. Like, whatever. And it doesn't, like, when people get this quote unquote speaking from God, or spoken to by God, it's more of having an enlightenment. It's more like having a good idea. It's like, because again, we use certain terms in church that just the stiffs don't get. They don't understand it, and you have to talk in their terminology so that they get it. Now, when we say, oh, God spoke to me, that sounds like you're hearing audible voices, which means you've got something wrong with your head. Okay. And I can understand that, because when I hear it, it's like, because I know some of these people, and most of them are pretty fucked in the head, so it's like, oh, God spoke to me. This is coming from the same guy who would run up and down the fucking aisles of the church back in the Assembly of God days, hooting and hollering like an Indian, go, la, 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 la. Honest to God, he would do that. And the church people just would smile, and as a kid, I was like, what is that about? And the parents would always be like, oh, Holy Spirit overtook Dave. No, Dave ended up in a fucking nut hatchery, is what happened. He ended up in a nut house. Okay, he was in a straitjacket, no joke, no lie, I'm not making fun. He's bonkers off the fucking deep end, okay? But yeah, people just smile, that's it, Dave being taken over by the Spirit. Maybe it was just somebody should have said, Dave, you're fucked in the head, you need to get help. Okay, take your Bible away. Take your Bible away. You can read it on Sunday, but the rest of the time you need a straitjacket, motherfucker. That's what they should have said to Dave. Not just smile, but oh yeah, the Holy Spirit overtook Dave. Yeah. So did insanity too. But whatever. So again, you have to take the good with the bad. And I'll be honest with you, somebody who is a born again Christian who believes that, Jesus saved me from, hell and damnation, that whatever, but, you know, listen, you gotta be honest with yourself. Even if you're the most diehard Christian religious person in the world, you have to admit the concept of it is pretty stupid when you think about it. Now, the Bible refers to it as fool's gold, but it's more like just stupid gold because it's like it doesn't even look like it's a good thing. Because I mean, realistically, if you look at religion, it's not a good thing. It's not. I know they paint the picture. Oh, Jesus died on the cross to save us from our sins, and it's beautiful, and wonderful, and blah blah blah. Okay, that's the surface. But when you delve deeper, and this is something they don't tell you during the salvation message, that the minute you accept that and believe that as a fact, that God is going to literally fuck you on every single solitary second of every single solitary day. He's going to fuck you into oblivion to the point you're going to want to hate him. They don't tell you that. And don't tell me that's not the truth. Oh, God sends you a trial. You're supposed to praise God. No, God sends me a trial. I get bitter and angry and get pissed off. Okay, that's what happens. And if God's going to continuously do that, knowing the outcome, because he's supposed to know the end from the beginning, then that just makes him a cruel person. That doesn't make it, oh, he's going to wait for you to get right. No. He knows I ain't going to get right. He knows it's going to make me bitter and more angry. So that's on him. Okay? Sorry, it's just a fact. It is. It's a fact. Now, I'm being slightly sarcastic when I say that, but you get my point. I got better things to do than have my loving God kick me in the nuts every fucking 15 seconds. And I've gone into this dissertation about, the Bible says that God knows the number of hairs on my head, and oh, if the sparrow falls from the sky, and God knows about it, how much more does he care about us? That's all great, and it sounds wonderful, but yet God will not intervene when some big burly black dudes are fucking me in the ass in the back alley trying to steal my shoes. They're raping me in the ass, and he ain't gonna intervene in none of that. He knows the number of hairs in my head. Does he know the number of dicks up my ass? I don't know. But it'll be a comfort when I'm laying there bleeding with my pants down on my ankles behind a fucking dumpster and my shoes are gone. It'll be a real fucking comfort that he knows the number of hairs in my fucking head. Okay, let's just call it what it is. Let's just put it out there. So, I listen. I'm more of a realist, and dealing with God and being a realist at the same time really are contradictory. They really, truly are. Now, I'm a firm believer. I believe that God should prove science, and science should prove God. I don't think there's the Grand Canyon gap between the two that everybody wants to make it out to be. Like, oh, God is hocus pocus and you just have to believe. No, I mean, you do on some level, but no. I believe that God should prove science, and science should prove God. And I believe that. I do. I honestly believe that. Because if science disproves God, well, what's the point? Science should be God. God should be science. They should be one and the same. Now, science is more of a secular concept where it's like, okay, if God does exist, then these things have to draw near to him. They have to line up with him. And if they don't, okay, then there's a few different things. Now, I don't want to get into all this, but I do believe that certain things that we observe today maybe not be exactly the way they were. Like, I'll give you an example, and I believe me, I understand tectonic plates and all this bullshit, but if the continents were together at one point, then them pulling apart would be a huge thing. It'd be a big thing. It would be turning the fucking world upside down kind of a thing. Like, we're talking pole shift type thing. Like, if you take these continents and you pull them apart in such a force, I don't know, the flood kind of a concept. You pull them apart, they're going to go not inch by inch, year by year, like we're seeing today. No, it's going to be a massive thing. There's going to be a literal Grand Canyon gap between the different areas of where it's split. Okay, it's not just going to you know, slowly split so that the dinosaurs can hop across, and the little, you know, the little coyotes can jump across. Like, oh, it's not going to be like that. It's just not. I've used the example of, like, okay, if you lock your fingers and you pull, and eventually your fingers will slip, it will, your hands will jut away. You know, there'll be a gap there. Now, I'm being simplistic on that, but if you actually look at how it works, it's like anything else. You have an earthquake, the earth splits. It doesn't just kind of like gradually, inch by inch, minute by minute. No, it happens forcefully. That's the point. That's what it does. It says, fuck you. Earth says, fuck you, and opens up, and old ladies fall in, and it's just horrible. Okay. Earth eats old ladies alive. That's what happens. It's what happens. You see it. It's true. It happens. You know it happens. Now, again, I'm being simplistic when I say this. But again, we look at it now, it's like, oh, the tectonic plates are kind of moving, and the continents are kind of drifting apart, you know, a quarter of an inch each year, or whatever the hell it is. Okay, that's what we're observing now. And, of course, we have this idea that, oh, well, if we go half an inch and we spin that backwards, and all of a sudden, oh, well, Utopia, or whatever the fuck it was when they had all the continents back together, whatever that landmass is called, it was 100 gazillion million billion years ago. Well, no, it's not, because that initial blast would have, like, thrust it further apart, which, you know, would change the way you look at it. So again, I'm being sarcastic to a point, and I'm being simplistic to a very big point. And I understand there's more to it than all that, and I don't want to get into all that, but I'm saying it in a simplified concept, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to simplify this so you get what I'm saying. Is in what we see today may not be exactly how it happened at the beginning. It's like, okay, the Big Bang. Well, if things are moving away at a certain speed, that doesn't mean that's how it happened at the beginning. Because again, you shoot a gun, initial speed is going to go faster, and it will eventually start to slow down. It's just how it works. Now, again, that's simplistic too, because obviously there's more elements to that. I'm using it in a way that you can get it, in the sense of, okay, you shoot a gun, it's not going to continuously go at that same speed. It's just not. Okay, now granted, space and all that stuff is different, and the vacuum of space and the way things move. Listen, I get all that. I'm just giving you an example of what I'm saying, so you get what I mean. As in, the initial moment is different than what we see now. So you put that into science and the concept, well, that disproves God and blah 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 blah. No, it doesn't disprove God. Just because we see something now does not mean that's exactly how it was a billion years ago. It doesn't. I mean, it could be, but it's probably not. Again, especially when you're talking about like distance and speed and how things are moving. You know? Like, again, weathering is another thing. You look at weathering, it's like, well, the rain came down, and you see these little trickles, and it carved out little things in the rocks, and blah, 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 so it must be a billion gazillion years old. Not necessarily. I mean, Jesus, I got weathering outside on the deck, and the deck's only been up 2 years, yet you look at it in current position, and go, oh, it's got to be a 100 million year old deck. No, it's not. No, it's not how it works. Not how any of that works. But again, I don't want to get into all that, because it's bullshit. I mean, it really is bullshit. Science is bullshit. God is bullshit. Really, when you boil it all down, it's all bullshit at the end of the day. It really is. It is. I'm sorry. Because, no, I don't want to sound off when I say that, because like our church would be like, if they heard me say that, they'd be like, you're off, you're being used by Satan. Satan is using your vocal cords. Yeah, he probably is. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, I'm not gonna parse words of that, because you can't. See, that's the problem when it comes to Christians. You can't. You can't. I don't want to say debate them, but you can't reason with them. Okay, like if I said something that's true, but it goes against their belief, they will not adhere to any type of reality outside of what they've constructed for themselves as reality. And that's That happens in politics. Like, oh, well, we're the good guys because we're the Christians, we're the Republicans, even though we don't understand Ayn Rand, we don't understand that it's all about money. We don't understand any of that stuff. It's just about abortion and gay rights and blah blah blah. We'll take away your health care because it's socialism. Or because what the fuck do Christians give a shit about socialism? Because, and I've mentioned this before, but we're aliens and strangers of this world. Who gives a shit? Do you care about Canadian healthcare? No, you don't. It's not a thing that you worry about. Yet all of a sudden, America, oh, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. And here's a news flash, people. America is of the world system. The Republican Party is of the world system. The Democrats are of the world system. I'm so sick and tired of this. Oh, the libtards are trying to destroy America. Okay, fine. And the Republicans aren't? Let's just boil the Republicans down to the base minimum. Big corporations, tax breaks. That's what it comes down to. Where do you fit into any of that? Oh, I get a tax break. Yeah, of like 39 fucking cents. You get a 39-cent tax break. They get $39 million tax breaks. You do the math. Oh, it's their money. Where do you think any of this stuff comes from, idiot? Where do you think roads come from? Where do you think your school comes from that you send your little toddler to, who, comes back like an asshole every day and, wants to be a complete jackass to you? Where do you think these things come from? Where do you think grandma's money comes from? Where do you think grandma's health care comes from? Where do you think any of this stuff comes from? Well, it's their money. Yeah. But where do you think any of that stuff comes from? just God? It came from God? I mean, what? Hello. Now, don't get me wrong, I want to distinguish the difference. There's a difference between government and God. I get that. But where do these people think this money comes from? Now you give this tax break, because oh my God, if you give big corporations tax breaks, they'll create more jobs. Yeah, when have they ever done that? Did they do that in 2008, 2009, when the economy damn near collapsed under the Bush one? No. Where are all the jobs that Trump's big tax break was supposed to give? I see people being laid off. There are people being laid off all the time. There was a studio in the video game world, Telltale, who just had to completely shit the bed. I'm not saying it's because of taxes, but again, we're seeing this all over the place. This shit does not create jobs. You know what these people do with it? They put it in an offshore account that is untaxable. That's what they do. They take that money and they hoard it. They don't create jobs. They don't. It's a lie. It's a fallacy. But yeah, you're too stupid to believe it, because that's what you want, because the Republicans have to be good, because they're the ones that you attune yourself to, so everything they do has to be of God, which is just bullshit, by the way. Total bullshit, by the way. I mean, did everything King David do, pre and post kinghood, did everything he do, was it perfect? No. So to sit there and say, "Oh, the Republican Party they may not be perfect, but well, if they're not perfect, then they're not right with Jesus." Okay, I don't understand this. Like, you can turn a blind eye to the things that they do wrong without holding them accountable. That's the problem. I want Christians to hold people accountable, the people that they put their faith into, because you understand. When I was 18, and I've talked about this numerous fucking times, I'll continue to talk about it because it pisses me off every time I think about it. When I was 18, it was like, oh, the church is, this, that, and the other, and you're a young Republican, and you go out and save the world for Jesus, and the Republicans, and it's great, and then the evil liberals, and blah, 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 and Bill Clinton is bad. It just pisses me off when I think about the hatred that I had for Bill Clinton. Not because he did anything technically wrong, not because he was necessarily a bad person. That wasn't where the hatred was coming from. Now, if you said to me, okay, Bill Clinton is a bad person because of blah, 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 okay, I'd be like, okay, that might be true. That might be true. You talk to Alex Jones, well, he's accused of rape and stuff like that. Okay, fine. Whatever. I'm not even talking about that. If there's proof of that, fine. I could see hating him for that. I didn't hate him for that. I didn't even know any of that stuff back then. I don't think any of us did. If it's true. I'm not saying it is, not saying it's not. That's not why I hated him. That's not why we hated him. The church propagated bullshit to us to hate him simply because he had a D next to his name. Simply because he was a Democrat. That was it. That was it. That was it. They hated Joe Biden. He was probably one of like the nicest guys in the universe. They hate him because he's got a D next to his name. When I look back at that, and I think about just how much hatred I had for these people, you can understand it was like burning. Like I hated them. Like I wanted them to die. Hate. Not like I wanted to do anything to them. I didn't know supposed to clarify that. But I meant like if, they're old and they died, it would be like, hey, oh well. I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't care if they died, in that sense. Plane went down, something, anything. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't have cared. Wouldn't have cared. Now, I don't think that's something that a church should be propagating. Rightfully, wrongfully, intently, non-intently. I don't know. But I don't think that's what a church should do. And that pisses me off. I'm not saying they did it purposely, but they definitely propagated it to a high-end degree. And it really, I don't know. Because, again, the hypocrisy. The fucking hypocrisy. In this goddamn wall they want to talk about. Oh, let's build the wall. No, let's not build a wall. You know why? Because if we are Christians first, we should not be building walls. We should be tearing walls down. Because we were commissioned, and I'm telling you right now, I am not fulfilling the Great Commission. I am not out. I mean, other than maybe this on some level. I am not out risking my life. Now, how am I any better or any worse than the remaining 12 disciples? Well, actually, it'd be 11 after Judas. One of the motherfuckers got crucified. One guy, I think, got crucified upside down or some bullshit. One got beheaded. I mean, if his own personal 12 got rear-ended propagating the gospel of Christ, how am I any less? But you don't see me in Iran. You don't see me in some fucking shithole country trying to propagate the gospel. You don't see me doing that. So I'm just as guilty. But we were commissioned to go into all the world. And it didn't say go into all the cushy areas. Like, oh, let's go to Florida like Pastor Morin. Oh, because God called me to Florida. Yeah, bullshit. God called you to Florida. Yep. So he didn't call you to Iceland so you could freeze your fucking balls off. Give me a break. Called me to Florida. The only thing that called you to Florida was the fucking beach bikini bullshit. Suntan lotion and bullshit. That's the only thing that called you to Florida, you fucking bastard. Whatever. It's like, oh yeah, God called me to the Bahamas, and yeah, I'm gonna set up a little beachfront property over here, and I want to suck dick in the corner. Bullshit. Give me a fucking break. Give me a break. See, stuff like that just irritates me, but I don't want to get into that stuff. Honestly, God, it's just, I don't know what's wrong with my throat. But again, it's stuff like that just irritates the fucker out of me. And again, they propagate this bullshit, and it's like, and then because I don't consider myself any genius of any level. I mean, apparently I am on some level. But I know for a fact there are people in our church, you can name names, Barb Nipper, Marcia Skinner, of people who are well-intended, but they are not the most spiritually literate people on the planet. Okay? They don't know any better. They just take what pasta, spaghetti, pasta told them, okay, and they run with it. Their Fox News viewing, right-wing bullshit, They don't know any better. They couldn't come up with a fucking liable thought of their own. They have to constantly repeat bullshit that they've heard through the pulpit and through Fox News and propaganda bullshit. And yes, Fox News is just as much propaganda as anybody else. Oh, it's a mainstream media. Lamestream media. Oh my Christ, I swear to God. Fake news. Yeah. Seriously, you want to talk fake fucking news? Let's look at Sean Hannity. And don't get me started with Trayvon Martin bullshit. Don't even get me started with that. How a kid can get stalked, and Christians are like, well, he's a thug, he's a hoodlum. He's a fucking 16-year-old kid being stalked by an asshole who thinks he's John fucking Wayne. Give me a break with that bullshit. Now, again, you talk about that kind of stuff. Listen, that was it. Chris, the Brown guy, whatever the fuck his name was. There was that one dude, and I can't remember his fucking name. He was Brown or whatever the fuck his name was. No, that guy was a complete asshole. That guy was a complete asshole. He deserved to get shot. Not gonna lie. Not gonna sit there and pretend otherwise. Okay. And I say that simply because they have the video of him right before he got shot. He went in a convenience store. He grabbed something, walked out. The manager confronted him. He pushed the manager into the chips. You see the fucking video. And then he goes down the street. They obviously call the cops. The cops pick him up, and he brought that same gruff to the police, and the police shot him. I have no problem with that. He brought that shit onto himself. That isn't some old race thing, and he's black, and the cops shot him. There are times when the cops shoot the motherfucker for doing nothing, and there are times when they shoot this motherfucker for doing something. And that was one of the times he did something. Oh, he had his hands up. Yeah, right. I'm sure he did. Yeah, I'm sure he did. Bullshit. I have no sympathy for that guy. Even if he did, I had no sympathy for the guy. You don't walk into a store, take shit because you think you're entitled, and then push the motherfucker down into chips. I'm sorry, that's just bullshit to me. That irritates me, and he got what he deserved. Now, Trayvon is a completely different story. Oh, he threatened me, jumped out of the bushes, said I'm going to kill you. Yeah, because the motherfucker had been stalked. Think about it from his perspective. He's walking down the street, somebody's slow driving behind him. Tell me you're not going to get freaked out. It got to the point where he got off the road and went behind, he quote-unquote darted behind the houses. Yeah, because the motherfucker's chasing him in his fucking vehicle. And then the cocksucker gets out of the car and starts walking and chasing him around the fucking block. Now, he's not legit authority. He has no authority. He has no badge. He has been given nothing other than his own willingness to play little copper. That's all it is. To play John Wayne. That's it. And he's chasing a kid around. The kid hides in the bushes, jumps out, says, I'm going to kill you because you're stalking me. And all of a sudden, dude, and stand your ground. You stand my cock, motherfucker. You can kiss my balls till the fucking end of days, you stupid sons of bitches. Stand your fucking ground. Absolute bullshit. This fucking cocksucking obsession with firearms. I don't understand how Christians can sit there and defend that bullshit. Oh, we're about life, and we gotta do away with abortion. But yeah, we're gonna kill a little innocent kid because he's being stalked in the middle of the night. But that's okay because he's a thug because he's black. Fuck you. Fuck you. You want to stand up for something? Stand up for these nuts, motherfucker, because you're full of shit. Absolute bullshit. And don't get me started. Don't fucking even get me started with this. I'm gonna defend the right of the fetus. Fuck the fetus. Here's a newsflash. Fuck the fetus. Because if you're gonna defend the fucking fetus, then you need to defend that motherfucker till he dies. Okay, you defend him in the womb, you defend him till he dies. We are born again Christians. We are supposed to defend human life. All of it. Not just the little parts that we care about. Because, let's be honest. If you're born again Republican Christian, then guess what? You defend the fetus. The minute it's born, you don't give a fuck. Fuck him. Get a job, you bum. Okay, that's not how any of that works. That's not how any of that works. You can't sit there and say that, and then sit there, but, you tell us all no. And even if you, socialism. We're Christians, we don't believe in socialism. What the fuck do we care if it's socialism? the fuck do we care? Honest to God, the fuck do we care? We're talking about earthly money that's going to burn up when we all go to hell. Do you think it fucking matters? In a billion fucking years, our sun is going to die. Or begin to die, rather. It's going to expand, it's going to engulf this planet, there will be nothing left. In fact, it'll be so hot that life will not exist here. Okay, life will not exist here. And then eventually it will expand and destroy this fucking planet. So yes, we will need a new heaven and a new earth in a fucking 100 billion years from now. Okay, it's just a simple fact. So all your little money and all your little fucking things and all your little houses and your little boats and your little grandma's Bible, all that shit's going to be burnt the fuck up. Okay, do you understand the words that I'm speaking to you? That is going to happen. So don't sit there and tell me any of this bullshit. We got to defend our home front because we need firearms to defend the home front. What the fuck is any of that Christian? First off, you're evil for having a home. Did Jesus have a home? He had nowhere to lay his head. So you are not being like Jesus. And the whole point is to be like Christ. And you're not being like Christ. You would rather sit there with your Smith & Wesson and defend the home front because you have got some sort of earthly fucking tie. And listen, I'm just as guilty. Somebody try to steal my shit, I backhand them. Okay, anyone try to steal my shit, I'll slap the bitch out. Seriously, I'm not gonna sit there and pretend otherwise. If I had kids and wife and shit, and somebody tried to attack them, I'd pull out the old Colt 45. I'd smoke the motherfucker. I would. I'm not gonna lie. I get it. That's not what it's about. That's not what any of it's about. But yeah, that's what they propagate. It's like you can't, and then sit there, and then they sit there, and then they sit there, and then they sit there and say you can't cherry pick the Bible. Yet that's exactly what they do. They cherry pick it. We're supposed to defend life. Oh, unless somebody comes against us and we can shoot them. We're supposed to defend life. Defend the fetus, but then when he turns 18, we can draft him and send him to fucking another war that we've got to make over oil because, all these are bad people. The fuck are they doing to us? The fuck are they doing to us? Okay, so Iran, yeah, they're assholes. We get it. What have they done to us? What have they physically done to us? What have they done to us? Well, they propagated stuff. They did terrorism, but they did terrorism over there. They did terrorism over there. They didn't do terrorism here. They didn't. They didn't. Now, okay, I'm not saying that it's never happened, but 99% of the terrorism didn't happen here. It happened over there. So the fuck do I care if they want to terrorize and blow each other up? I don't give a fuck. That's on them. As long as they ain't coming into, upstate New York, I don't give a fuck. I can't remember the last terrorist attack in upstate New York. Okay, you want to talk about the Saudis and this one and that one and, they tried to blow up the Twin Towers years ago. Okay, fine. You want to talk about that? Fine. That's a different story. We deal with that. That's a rare occurrence. So obviously they tried to blow that up for a while, which I don't understand, but whatever. Why not try to blow up the White House? That would make more sense. You want to blow that up? Well, no, let's blow up the financial sector. I don't get that. It's probably all a bunch of wag the dog bullshit anyway. Let's be honest, because it's not the first time our government's experimented on us. Dude, they've done some horrible shit. You look back at some of these declassified documents, they've done some nasty fucking shit to people. They've used us for guinea pigs. They've flown over and sprinkled shit on our fucking food. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely fucking insane. Yeah, give me a break. Well, there's a Christian with a big smile on his face. Oh, praise Jesus. Believe me, I'll praise Jesus when you shut the fuck up. That's all I'm going to say on that. And just, like I said, I'm getting worked up here. And like I said, I just get really, really frustrated with the hypocrisy. Oh, those damn libtards. Yeah, but you motherfuckers don't understand Ayn Rand, who is legit antichrist, who actually makes statements about antichrist things. You ask her about Jesus. You ask her about God. She's more humanism and secularism and bullshitism and all these other fucking isms. Yet, your little beloved Paul Ryan makes every one of his staff members read Ayn Rand because it's about making money and and just collecting money and just hoarding money because that's what's going to matter when we're all fucking dead. Is, oh, my bank account, Jesus, was so fucking great. You should have seen it. But yet, oh, it's those damn libtards. Yeah, because they want to give free health care away. Oh, those poor evil bastards want to destroy America. Oh, they want to give people free stuff. Oh, those sons of bitches. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. They want to give people free health care so they don't fucking die. And as somebody who had their health care taken away because it wasn't profitable. Don't even get me started. Don't fucking even get me started. I haven't seen a doctor since 2009, so go fuck yourself. 2009, this is 2018. That's like almost 10 years ago, motherfucker. Almost 10 fucking years. I haven't seen a doctor. I've not been to a doctor in 10 fucking years, and thank the Christ I haven't been really sick. But no, those damn libtards want to give us free healthcare. Those sons of bitches, those evil demonic liberals want to give us free healthcare. I'd rather have the corporation try to make $1 off of it because it's Jesus's way. You're fucked in the goddamn head, you ignorant fuck. Get your Bible out of your fucking ass and stop sodomizing yourself with it because you're fucking stupid. Why don't you read the damn thing instead of fucking being stupid with it all the time? You want to bash somebody over the fucking head with your Bible? Why don't you read it instead of being a fucking asshole? Honest to God, stuff like that pisses me off. Seriously, I'd take the fucking liberal trying to save my goddamn life than a fucking Christian trying to make a fucking profit from the fucking corporations. It's evil. You want to talk about evil, motherfucker? Wake up and look in the fucking mirror. Absolutely ignorant. But no, I'm the evil one. I'm the because I said the F word. Fuck you. How about that? Just go fuck yourself. Absolute pisses me off. I mean, seriously, I'd take a gay person over a fucking Christian half the time anyway. At least a gay person will bash me over the head with their Bible and tell me how bad I am, all the while they're doing stupid shit too. It's like, those evil homosexuals. Guess what, motherfucker? Sin is sin. In God's eyes, sin is sin. We're all in the same fucking boat. So yeah, there might be sucking dick in the back 40, but the fact that you're being an arrogant cocksucker yourself, you're just as fucking guilty. It's just this idea of these people, and they don't understand the fact they are equally as guilty under the law. They are equally as guilty under God's law. They are equally as guilty of sin. Their sin is not any worse than your sin, and your sin is not any better than their sin. So shut the fuck up. Well, they're gay. They're fucking each other in the ass. It's evil. It's evil. And the fact you're judging them is just as evil, you stupid bastard. Judge not, lest ye be judged, motherfucker. Well, the Bible says this. And again, these people, they use the Bible to justify their hate. And they justify their bullshit. And they justify attacking people for what they do. Now, I'm not defending homosexuality. I think it's a disgusting, fucking, nasty-ass shit. Makes me want to vomit in my fucking shoe. But that's neither here nor there. Because guess what? One man's sexual perversion is another man's Saturday night. I don't give a damn what you want to do. Just leave me the fuck out of it. Unless she's got a nice big ass and a nice big titty, I don't give a fuck. Anything other than that, don't care. That's it. I don't care. Anything other than that, no. No. But I'm not going to sit there and pretend that my evil perversions are somehow better than your evil perversions. Give me a break. Give me a break. I really, 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 really get annoyed with that. If you haven't noticed yet, I'm really annoyed with that shit. Because there's so many things we could be doing better. But yet, we're stuck in this rut of us versus them. And I understand to a point, from a Christian point of view, you know, the wheat and the shaft and the tares and all this bullshit and the lambs and the goats and bullshit, and it's going to be an us versus them. I get that, but right now, it isn't us versus them. It's just an us thing. Because right now, God, well, I'm going to be honest with you. As a born-again Christian, God either doesn't give a fuck, God is either dead, or God is just letting us just waste away. He is. He built a little fishbowl and he threw us in, and we're just going to go the rest of the day. Now, God may be here on some level. God may give a fuck on some level. Okay. He might be the bowl in which we swim. He might be the water in which we swim. But aside from that, he's not going to help us out on a daily basis on any level whatsoever. We are on our own. And we have to acknowledge that. We do. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to be naive or take away faith. I don't want to do that to anybody. But we have to be realistic. God is not going to intervene. If I'm getting raped in the back alley, he knows the number of hairs on my head, but he's not going to intervene. He's not. And then again, these people, well, the angels and you're driving and then the angels kind of, no. It's not how it works. Not how any of that works. It doesn't work that way. I mean, granted, you might get like super lucky. Okay, just once in a blue moon, an angel's like, hey, and you kind of turn the wheel just half an inch, and all of a sudden you avoid a deer. Okay, random, total random bullshit that we equate biblical concepts to. That's how it all started. That's how any religion started back in the day. It's like, oh, well, the sun's up, so it must be God. Oh, it's dark out, so it must be evil. Okay, no. No, I want to believe that God is interwoven in every little nuance of my existence, but when I see bullshit every fucking twist and turn, I have to say, well, why is God bringing me bullshit? Oh, God is bringing you bullshit to make you learn something from it. Well, I don't want to learn something from it. I just want peace and quiet. Leave me the fuck be. Okay, I'm not your modern day Job. Have you considered my servant Job today? Have you considered leaving me the fuck alone today? Seriously? I'm sorry. And that's another thing that pisses me off. That fucking story. I go into this. I've gone into this rant numerous times. I'm going to do it again for the sake of this clip. You got all these fucking bone dead, fucking brain dead Christians like, oh, Job is such a beautiful, wonderful story about how God loves us. Really? It's a story about how God loves us. You realize that the beginning of the story of Job is like the start of a really bad joke. God and Satan walk into a bar. God says to Satan, have you considered my servant Job today? You can do whatever you want to him, just don't kill him. What the fuck is that shit? The fuck is that shit? There's no happy ending to that. God said, have you seen this lowly human down here? Would you like to fuck him over in every way possible? Sure, Satan. Why not? Wage a little bet. Are you fucking kidding me? The idea that my life is based on some little fucking bar bet between those two, you can kiss my spiritual dick as far as I care. I mean, seriously, that would be the equivalent of somebody having children and going to the local pedophile and say, hey, have you considered fucking my kid today in the ass? Have you considered taking my kid out for a fucking play date? Or seriously, or get on one of those freaking websites that talk about the child predators and the assholes in your local area, and wait for the release date of a fucking gang rapist and say, hey, you want to come over and have dinner with my wife? Yeah, fuck you. No, that's not what any of that is. You consider my servant Job today. That is scary shit. The idea that God is just like, do whatever the fuck you want to do. And what's worse, I could maybe see the minor silver lining of, yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want to him, just don't kill him. Okay, I could maybe see that. But that decree did not extend to, I don't know, his servants who got completely slaughtered. His cattle, which completely got slaughtered. His fucking children, who got fucking destroyed. But yet, oh, it's a happy ending because he got new children at the end. He got a new wife and new children. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? You fucking killed kids to fucking prove a point of stupid bullshit. Oh my God. And then we sit there, oh, it's such a great story. Oh, Jesus loves us, God loves us. I'm telling you, now don't get me wrong, when I say God is, God doesn't give a fuck, there's different variants of God. Obviously, there's the Trinity. No, you talk to a Jew don't understand the Trinity. And I've used this analogy. It's like a woman. A woman wears different hats. She can be a mother. She can be a wife. She can be in the workplace. Same woman, different shit, different roles. Now, my belief in Jesus is a whole other thing. I dig Jesus. It's God the Father that just rubs my nuts raw because it's just he sits there and does nothing, and watches and says, "You consider my servant Job today." And it's like, no, you don't do that to people you're supposed to love. You don't just send the fucking molester of souls to their fucking backyard. Again, goddamn, how many fucking planets are there? Yet he sends Satan to the fucking my back door. Are you kidding me with that bullshit? Didn't send his ass to the fucking moon. They could fucking play around with moon rocks and shit. No, he's in my backyard fucking making me want to watch porn. Fuck you. And you don't have to try very hard to make me want to watch porn. That's what's sad about it. I don't know, man. It's like, it's like we're supposed to believe in God because God is love. In fact, The Simpsons had a great thing. It was called God is Love, but we're also been told that love hurts. and Bart's sitting on a cloud, and Jesus comes up with this little looks like a wood cutout with the word love, and he starts beating him over the head with it. It's absolutely hysterical. It's absolutely right because it's like my idea of loving something is obviously not the same as God. Like abusing something is not showing it love. That's abusive relationship type bullshit. And I'll be honest with you, I don't get it. I don't understand why God has to be so fucking abusive all the time. No. Everybody's like, oh, you can't treat God like Santa Claus. Well, why the fuck not? That's what he should be there for. I mean, seriously, the minute I accept Jesus into my life should be better. Like, I'll be honest with you, it ain't. In fact, it's probably worse. And that's just not cool to me. It shouldn't be like that. You know, it shouldn't. I mean, notice God blesses a bunch of assholes. Donald Trump's got billions of dollars. He's an asshole. He is. Don't bless me with $1 million. You give a fucking scumbag like that millions of dollars. No, I don't want to try to screw somebody over. Yet I don't have millions of dollars. He screwed people over all the fucking time. See, that's another thing that pisses me off. Like, oh, those damn liberals. Oh, Obama wants to take $1.60 out of my paycheck every week. Okay. Let's compare the two. Obama's socialism wanted to take $1.60 out of your paycheck every week. Okay. Now let's look at Trump. He went bankrupt, what, at least 6 times? And that basically means he had Joe the fuck plumber, do the plumbing, do the fucking work, and then when it came time to pay Joe the fuck plumber, Trump was like, oh yeah, by the way, no, I'm going to file bankruptcy, I don't have to pay you a damn thing. You'd rather do work and not get paid versus, oh, we're going to take $1.60 out to help grandma. To help other human beings. You help one man be a scumbag versus, oh, we're going to help a whole bunch of old people and disabled people. But no, fuck them. Fuck them because they're libtards. We'd rather be conservatives. I do work for you, you don't pay me, but that's the American way. Fuck you. Oh my God, don't even get me started. Don't even begin to get me fucking started. I'm sick and tired of this us versus them libtard bullshit. Jesus ate with sinners. Jesus supped with sinners. Jesus dealt around and with and through fucking sinners. I would much rather be with the fucking libtard than the asshole Christian, the asshole Republican. You got scumbags like Mitch McConnell and scumbags like Lindsey Graham talking about, we're not going to use this as political, this whole Kavanaugh thing. Oh, we're not going to use it as political, and we have never seen anything like this before, and blah, 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 blah. You motherfuckers did the exact same thing for 8 fucking years. 8 fucking years. Obama had a fucking pick who was actually a halfway decent guy that Republicans seem to actually like. But no, because it's Obama, Obama can't get any victory. Can't let him get a victory. Can't let him have his Supreme Court. Ho ho ho. So we're gonna put a fucking scumbag on there. Now listen, I don't give a fuck what happened 35 years ago. I don't care. It's not my place to judge it. I don't care. It's not whatever. But what I do know is I saw Kavanaugh on TV for the first time in my life, and the guy's a complete fucking scumbag. He's a complete scumbag. After watching his performance, he is not worthy to be on the Supreme Court, the highest court of the fucking land. He is not, based upon that performance. No, he came out later and said, I was a little, whatever it was he said. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he basically came out and said he was a little high strung because he was upset over the allegations, and he said some things that maybe he shouldn't. Okay, I can dig that, but again, he came across as being a complete schmuck. I don't care about yesterday, I don't care about today. The fact is, under pressure, he folded. That doesn't make a good judge. It just doesn't. Now, they've got a list of at least 25 names, apparently. Why does it have to be this one schmuck? Why are they going to fall on the sword for this one guy? You're telling me you can't find a guy, and even if it's all about abortion right bullshit, you're telling me you can't find another guy who is at least likable. Kavanaugh's not likable. He's not likable. He's an asshole. He's a scumbag, elitist prick. Him and Tobin and Skew and Ski and Scoof and Scoff and Bob and Jim and everybody else on the fucking planet. When I hear that kind of stuff, this prep boy bullshit, he's the type of guy you just want to punch in the face. He just is. I'm sorry. Maybe not you personally. Like, I don't want to punch him in the face, just for the sake of the clip. But like, if somebody walked up to him and just punched him dead in the face, I'm not going to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm not going to lose sleep over that." Let's put it that way. I wouldn't be doing it, but if somebody did do it, I wouldn't lose sleep over it. The guy would deserve it, to be honest with you. Absolutely stupid. But no, it's because he's got an R next to his name, so it doesn't matter what the fuck he did, ever. And especially out in light of Bill fucking Cosby, it's like, I don't understand how people can just turn a blind eye to that kind of thing. And now, I know one of the biggest arguments, well, it was 35 years ago. Why did they wait so long? Listen, most of that's coming from white men. And as a white dude myself, here's a newsflash. If somebody gang fucked me in the alley and stuck their dick up my asshole, I'm not going to run up to social media and say, hey, guess what happened to me today? Oh, yeah, I took a big high hard one in the fucking back. They stole my shoes. No. I'm not going to speak of it ever. Ever. You get a bunch of people come out and say, hey, the same guy did the same thing to me. And be like, oh, hey, guess what? I kind of know your pain because the fucker shut me off the fucking ass too. So I can understand the whole Me Too concept. I can understand that. A lot of people don't get that. Especially men don't get that. Because they're the ones usually who are forcing themselves onto women, and they don't understand how the women are going to react to that kind of bullshit. For them, it's just, oh, my dick's hard, so let's just, No, it's not how that works. So yeah, obviously they don't fucking get it. I mean, seriously, you back somebody into a room, hold them down, fucking hold your mouth, hand over their mouth. Yeah, that's a little fucked up. Not gonna sit there and pretend otherwise. Not saying he did it, not saying he didn't do it. But the fact is, if that's an allegation, I don't know. It should be looked into. I don't care if it's 35, 25, 100 years. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. I mean, you want a guy like that on the Supreme Court? Now imagine if he was a fucking liberal. Imagine if he was an Obama-appointed liberal. Well, these accusations. Hannity would be ape shit. Hannity would be, his little knickers would be in a twist like you wouldn't believe. But put an R next to his name, he'll defend them to the ends of the earth. And you want to talk about propaganda? That's what propaganda is. There was propaganda that said Hitler was great. And it came from guys just like Sean fucking Hannity. So give me a break. It irritates me. I don't know, man. When I wake up every day, I don't want to go to social media and just be reminded of how fucking obnoxious people actually are. I mean, listen, I could deal with people being stupid. I could deal with people not understanding. I could deal with certain individuals in our church who just are dumber than shit, and they take what they're told from the pulpit and they run with it. Gotta watch Fox News. Gotta be a Republican. Da, 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 da. I could deal with that because they don't know any better. But when you have the people who should know better propagating this faux reality, this fake reality. You want to talk about fake news? Fuck fake news. Let's talk fake reality. And a lot of Christians today are engaging in fake reality. That, Bill Clinton's an asshole because he's got a D next to his name. Forget any allegations. Forget anything he may or may not have done. It's just the fact he is not a Republican makes him evil. And that's bullshit. Just because of that, I refuse to call myself a Republican. I was Fox News all the way. I used to turn that shit on the minute I wake up, the minute I went to bed. Sometimes I fell asleep with it on. And I got to watch Bill O'Reilly for the 5th fucking time. Because he comes on at 8, he comes on at 11, and I think he comes on at like 2 or 3. I was one of those people. And ironically, it was Mitt Romney, and I talked about this before. It was Mitt Romney who made me see the light. I'm not going to lie. They hated him. Fox News hated him. The Five, they hated him. Eric Bolling, before he showed penis to everybody, hated it. Fucking hated him. He's a Massachusetts liberal. Healthcare, blah 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 blah. Hated him. He gets a nomination. Took 3 days. It took 3 days, and they're like, "Oh, he's a good president. He make a good president. He knows how to fire people." They said that on the Five. They said that. They fucking said that. They fucking said that. That was the quote. I'm not making that quote up. I'm not embellishing that quote. He would make a good president. He knows how to fire people. What the fuck does that even mean? The fuck does that even mean? America should not be run like a business. You know why? Because America doesn't need to be profitable. This whole idea that, America needs to be profitable. No, it's not how it works. That's not how it works. America does not need to be profitable. Yes, America can run a deficit. Yes, America will run a deficit. Yes, America has to run a deficit. Because it's not about any of that. It doesn't fucking matter. There is no red line, blue line, green line, fuck line, any line in the middle. It doesn't fucking matter. That's not how it works. So to try to run the country like a business is ignorant. No. Because if that's the case, then okay, what is America selling? America isn't selling jack shit. So it's taking in taxes. Can your basic company take in just random tax for no reason? No. Can it print money just because? No. So therefore, the two are not the same, and you can't tell people that because they know every goddamn thing. They know it all. That's not how you run a country. It's not. It is simply not how you run a country. You cannot run it like a business because they're not one and the same. They're just not. Even if you loved even if you set up a business and you didn't care if you really made a profit, as long as you broke even, you're just doing it for the love of the business. Even that still doesn't comply. It doesn't matter. It simply doesn't matter. They're not one and the same, and people don't get that. They're going to run it like a business. No, we need a rich guy to run it like a business. Yeah, we need a rich guy to run it like a business. Yeah, sure. Okay, when profits are down, who do you fire? You're going to fire the old people? You're going to fire the disabled? Who are you going to fire? You're going to fire the working poor? Who are you going to fire? You got to fire somebody. That's how business works. You got to lay off people. Who are you going to lay off? In this American business, who the fuck are you going to lay off, asshole? Who are you going to lay off? So you're not going to lay off your politicians, who do nothing, by the way. All they do is sit around and listen to themselves speak. And believe me, as somebody who just made an hour-long clip, I know what that's about. It's disgusting. I should fucking run for Congress. I mean, hey, I do nothing anyway. I might as well get paid. I might as well get paid government money. See, that's another thing. Don't even get me started with that hypocrisy. It's like, oh, can't give people health care, can't give people food stamps, can't give people free this, free that. Yeah, these fucking people in government, who do you think is paying your fucking bills, asshole? Who do you think is giving you health care? Who do you think is giving you room and board? Who do you think is giving you money? Who do you think is giving you all this stuff? It's the fucking goddamn government. It's okay for you because, oh, you're a politician. These career politicians, well, fine. They call me, a career freeloader. Give me a break. There really isn't much difference. I mean, seriously, 8 years under Obama, name me one fucking thing they did. They held 800 fucking hearings about Benghazi. Yet, ironically, after the election 2 years ago, in November, we didn't hear jack shit. You ain't heard shit about Benghazi for, what, 2 years now? So, did we get justice for those 4 dead Americans? Did we get the justice? Apparently we must have, because we haven't heard about it. How many hearings have they had? None. So, they must have got that justice. Give me a break with that bullshit. Political bullshit. You're going to use 4 dead Americans for your political fucking bullshit. That is disgusting. And I'm not saying Democrats are any better. I'm not saying Democrats don't do it either. But for born-again Christian Republican bullshit to sit there and look at that and say, oh yeah, Hillary, fuck you, fuck Hillary. The fact that they're still talking about Hillary. Hillary hasn't been around for 2 goddamn years, yet they're still talking about, oh, Hillary this, Hillary Foundation, Hillary. Hillary's living a fucking life writing books and bullshit. Yet these motherfuckers are still obsessed with her. I don't get it. And I even got into Donald Trump. Don't even get me started with that shit. I can't deal with him right now. I can't even start with that shit. I can't breathe. I can't fucking breathe. My nose is stuffed up and I can't fucking breathe. Anyways, I'm going to end this clip because I'm tired. I'm tired and I feel like crap, to be honest with you. Anyways, you know what? Fuck you. I'm done with this clip.